Welcome back to Supers Live. Just finishing up here and getting ready to go with post race and at the LaPorte Speedway for the 15th annual Harvest of Speed 75 lapper. It is one of the toughest races on the Super schedule to win. For 15 years, they've been racing at this old track, one of the first tracks converted and modded for the 18-year-old NASCAR heat. And tonight, Keith, put one on you, Powell, comes home with the win for his first ever Supers Harvest of Speed. What an amazing run for you, Keith, here tonight. How does it feel coming out of this thing in one piece? And how does it feel to get your first Harvest of Speed win? It sounds odd to say that, as many as you've won. You've never won the Harvest before.
Yeah, thanks, Bobby. I'm super stoked. I've never won this race. Ran pretty decent here for many a years, but never won it. And was looking real rusty, actually. Last two practice sessions we had last Sunday, I was looking really rusty. And talked to Steve for a while today. He talked me through a lap. So thank you to my teammate Steve. He couldn't make it in tonight, but he's super good at this place. And kind of taught me through the lap and kind of got my mind right. But I'm super stoked. I won this thing, and it's on the 15th year anniversary of Supers as a league. So I'm just so happy right now. Can't believe it. It was a heck of a battle all race long. Ran second to Rob for first half of the race. Kind of stayed with him, lay back a little bit, let him, when we caught lap traffic or whatnot, let him just kind of get through it and be the first one through it. But everybody did a great job. Lap cars did a great job. Me and him ran pretty close. I make a run up on him, pressure him a little bit, drop back, and then you were right there on me, Bobby, probably from lap 20 to the halfway point. You was right there pressuring me. We caught up to a lap car, one or two lap cars, and I just kind of sensed where Rob was going to enter the corner and try to set up the lap car, and it seemed like Rob had a little bit of a push. I was a touch quicker than him, but there's no way I could turn under him. And I thought maybe I'll try him on the outside. He's done that to me a lot of times, even in this heat platform. It didn't work. Bobby, you got on me, great pass. And then you took the lead, and I was able to run second to you then. And I'm pretty used to second place in this league. But I got a super run on you, and I don't know if we got one or two lap cars at the exact same. I was able to get under you, and then that was it. I was able to hold you guys off. But this one goes out to my wife and my son. They had a lot laid on their plate last couple months, and especially my wife. She has a lot on her shoulders, and but she's still supporting me, supporting this league. We're able to do this every week, and a lot of us are lucky enough to have the support of our family, and it takes some support of friends and family. So this one goes out to them. But thank you, Supers. Congrats on 15 years as a league. I want to, thank Rob, First Finish Servers, and, thank Kevin for just the awesome videos. Super stoked to get this one kicking off the year. So thank you guys.
Great run by Keith. Put one on you, Powell, in for first place in the Mayfield Missile. 41, Keith Powell. Home victorious here tonight, the season opener at the Harvest of Speed. Well, let's hop back to the third place finisher, Speedy Man, a mystery man, the Supers Leagues. But at the end of the day, you come home in a third place on the podium, started last, and lived up to your name. But except for those times where you got the infamous, dreaded LaPorte pit suck, where you got stuck on the front stretch at pit speed. How in the world were you able to make up that time and then get back through the field to get to the podium today?
First of all, I got to thank you guys for putting on the league. It's real fun. Just got lucky with lap traffic not really being an issue and had some clear track in front of me while the guys up front were battling. Pretty much just got stuck with that penalty around lap 10 or so, so had all race to work my way back up through there.
What was the toughest part of the race for you?
The slowest part was adapting to how quick the race went by, with it being only 75 laps on a 12-second lap time. I'm used to running the other leagues in NASCAR Heat Finder and NHRL where it's typically a 45-minute to an hour race. It's really just getting in the mindset of being a short sprint race and really limits your ability to make a mistake and come back from it.
In fact, the race taking 1 second to run quick 75 lapper. What do you feel about the Supermodified? Your first race in a Supermodified out there, compared to some of the other cars that you've raced in our heat?
These are a blast to drive. They're real fun. They got really good grip. You can really hammer down around the track and drive it in deep. It's definitely a different animal than all the other mods, considering they have so much horsepower, but it takes a little bit of a handle to get used to, but once you do, they're real fun.
Speedy, been looking forward to seeing you back in action with Supers. Podium finish. Bad to go back home and talk about. Congratulations on a fine first run here in Supers competition.
Thanks, and appreciate the host for all you guys putting on this league. It was real fun. I definitely got to come back and try and make some more when I can.
So HeatFinder.net regular winner, Speedy Man on the podium tonight. What a run for him. Doing a great job into the top three. Bob Gangwer in for second, was looking for his third Harvest win in a row, would have tied Miles Maxson. Keith Powell becomes the 9th different winner in 15 years of this race. It's still a tough one to win. So a good way to kick off the season for sure in his perpetual and annual battle for the season championship with Rocket Rob Warren. Warren comes home in fourth tonight. Nelson Rodriguez in for fifth with a good run. Sixth place goes to the number 38 of Kyle Clark. He had one of his better runs here tonight until he got into the fence. And seventh place, good run for another rookie in Supers competition, Craig Melkow. Let's see if we can get a word with Craig real quick to see how he felt about tonight's racing events. Craig, you're in the broadcast booth. Congratulations on a good run for you here tonight at the Harvest of Speed. Let's get your thoughts on how the night went and how do you feel about your finish? Well, we'll grant him talk power here. There you go, Craig. Try it now.
Not disappointed in my finish. Glad to be a part of this race. It was a good race. Had a good car. Just had some procedural issues with pit road speed.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Speedy Man having those issues too. Do you feel if you hadn't got those that you could have pulled off a top 5 here tonight?
Maybe a top 5 if others had issues. But maybe 6 for sure. Good speed. Not the fastest. But I liked it. Nice track. Nice group of guys.
We're glad you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll get to see you again. Good run for you here tonight. All in all, making the dash, 3rd in the dash, 7th in the feature. That's we're going to wrap things up here tonight. In for 8th position, having some trouble with the inside and the outside wall. Put on one whale of a show, Jeff Bivens in the number 15, and Carl Bonsai Becker having troubles tonight, not able to finish the race. We're going to wrap things up here from the Supers Broadcasting Network. I want to thank all you for coming in for the first race of the season. Don't forget, next week, coming at you, we're going to go to the R Factor platform for the Bluegrass 50. We're back at Red Ball Raceway, and for those of you that were with us 2 years ago and got to see that broadcast, it was a wild, wild race, a wild finish. certainly exciting on those big, fast banks. Red Ball Raceway down in Kentucky. We'll move back to NASCAR Heat for the Old Dominion 50, going back to New River Valley Speedway coming up the third week of October. Then we kick off the big one. Big, hardest swing that we've got. North Carolina swing. 2 NASCAR Heat races, 3 R-Factor races, 5 races, 1 North Carolina. Tough one. Hopefully you guys will be able to join us. We want to remind everybody, don't forget that Supers races for different reasons than a lot of people and is a gaming league amongst like no others. That's because all donations received the Dion Parrish Memorial Benevolent Fund through Supers goes to help injured Supermodified drivers and their families in their times of need. You want to learn more about that, go to supers.net. Click on the About tab. That'll tell you a little bit more about us as well as the Dion Parrish Memorial Benevolent Fund for Supermodifieds. So until next week, I want to thank everybody for sticking it out here tonight. A little long in the tooth. We'll try to tighten things up for next week's Bluegrass 50. Thanks to First to Finish Race Servers. Also, thanks to BreezeGraphics.com. Special thanks to Heat Fighter and the Mod Squad for all their help and working with us to get some new people involved with Supermodified racing. Congratulations to our winner here tonight. Keith Put One on You Powell out of Carrollton, Ohio, comes home with the big win at the Harvest of Speed. Join us next week for the Bluegrass 50 R-Factor Racing live from Red Ball Raceway. Until then, I'm Bobby G, reminding you to keep it wing side up and wheels to the ground.